how is our skin health correlated with our gut? All of us want a glowing skin, like beautiful, and we put all kind of makeup and all kind of things, right? But the main thing is there a correlation between our gut health and skin health? That's what we're going to find out. So hang on for 1 second, and I am going to let Camilla, she is a holistic health coach, on gut health, clearing up our gut health so our skin can be flawless and beautiful, right? To all the women out there, we want all our skin to be beautiful. There it is, Camilla. Hi, Camilla. How are you?
Hi, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Great, great, great. So I was just telling our viewers, we are going to be talking about the correlation of our skin health with the gut health. And
Yes.
and you are a certified holistic health coach, and you specialize in this particular area of gut health and skin health. So let's just tell us a little bit about yourself, and we go into what the correlation is.
Yes. I work as a holistic health coach, and I primarily got into this area as I suffered a lot with my own health when I was in my younger years. I had a lot of digestive issues when I was very young and couldn't really find out what caused it, and had a lot of trouble with that. And later on, that developed into low immune system as well, and skin problems and all that. And it wasn't until I started to dive into what could be the cause of this and try to experiment with different foods and all that I really tried to solve it in that way. So that was what got me into this whole world, and that's what I want to help other women with as well. Yeah.
No, I think that's beautiful. So were you your own doctor, or did you seek like a naturopathic doctor or
Uh,
someone else to help you?
yeah, I tried many different routes. First of all, the conventional route, and
Yeah.
tried the Accutane treatment, that you can call it, with a strong vitamin A doses. And it didn't really help my skin, and it messed up my system. So I tried another route instead and tried the more holistic route. And then I found a naturopathic doctor as well,
Mhm.
and go with her. And she helped me a lot, and that led me onto my own path with discovering how the mind affects the health and what food can do in order to gain more health in that way. So it has been a long journey, but it has led me onto this. Yeah.
No, you have beautiful skin now, so I can tell. All right. So let's just talk about the correlation, right? So what is the
Yeah.
correlation between the gut health and the skin health? Let's just start with that.
Yeah. You can say that the gut health is really like the center for all health in our body. I believe it was Hippocrates who said it like many years ago. All disease begins in the gut.
Yeah.
Uh, and that is so true. If there's any sort of imbalance in our gut, that really affects the entire system, and can affect many more things than just our skin. But another thing is, of course, if there is imbalance in the gut bacteria, then you can say the body is really fighting to give nutrients and try to keep a good system in your body. And then your skin is like not as important, because, of course, it's nice to have good looking skin, but it's not important in order for you to survive in that way. So when there is an internal problem or internal health problem, the last thing in your body that gets nutrients will be your skin.
Mhm.
Um, so if you want to solve any sort of skin problems, you really have to go to the root cause and fix the gut health, first of all. Yeah.
So the skin has so many, right, different type of skin problems one can get. Like, for example, teenagers now typically get acne, and then, cirrhosis, rosacea. I mean, there's so many skin issues, right? And so is there something like, let's take an example of maybe your example. You probably had acne or something on your skin. So is there a particular type of food that you need to eat for to make sure your gut is healthy, so that the acne will go away or the psoriasis will go away? or something else will go away. So let's just talk about the foods part now.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of course, like whole foods, natural foods that you should eat a lot of in order
Yeah.
to like a healthy gut. But there's certainly also some type of foods that can cause irritation and inflammation in the body that you should try to at least experiment with eliminating for a little while and see if that can improve your overall health and the health of your skin as well. Um, I wouldn't necessarily recommend eliminating all sort of foods, but try to experiment with these types of foods and see if that can help you, because we are all bio-individual in that way. So what might affect one person might not affect the other. So it's really about trying what works for you and what doesn't work for you. But some of the foods that can cause irritation is dairy products, for instance, cheese, milk, ice cream, and all that. I know that was the one for me that really did it. I had a lot of dairy products when I was young, and I never really understood why I was keep getting like upset stomach and pain in the stomach. And it wasn't until I tried eliminating that from my diet that it started to get better everything. So that's certainly one thing to try to experiment with. Another would be gluten. That can also cause a lot of irritation for many people. Bread, gluten in that way. Sugar, of course, is also something that really feeds the bad bacteria in the gut and can cause this disbalance in your gut. So that's certainly something you want to minimize as much as possible. And of course, too processed foods. Food where you don't really know the ingredient that can hold on the shelf for many years, that can also be very irritating for the balance in your gut. Yeah. So those are certainly the types of food you want to experiment with minimizing and see if that helps your overall health.
Okay, so the dairy, the gluten, sugar, and processed foods, 4 things, right? And then what did you replace with? Like, let's just take your example. Like, you had gut issues. Let's talk through a daily meal. Like, what is it that you eat to make sure that, your skin is, gut and skin are in line?
Yeah, well, I try to focus on eating a lot of vegetables. First of all, that's like the whole key, getting as many different types of vegetables as possible, and fruit as well. And really eating a wide variety of colors as well. So you make sure that you get all sorts of vitamins and nutrients that you need. And I think many people don't eat like even the recommended daily dose in their country, but we could opt for eating like even more than that. So really spice up on all the veggies as much as possible. You do good for you. And of course, also you can try to add more fermented foods into your diet. This is very good for gut health and the good bacteria in your gut. And that's things like sauerkraut, kimchi, yogurt, kefir, kombucha, those types of things. Of course, also drinking water is very, very also to get like regular bowel movements and get hydration to the skin as well. So that's something that's of course very important as well.
All right. So fermented foods, you said, and fermented foods have a lot of research as well, right? And there are a lot different type of fermented foods. You talked about hydration. You talked about that. Eating a rainbow diet, right? You talked about that. And what else? Any herbs? Any herbs or supplements that you know?
Yeah, that can be many types. That's good. Of course, I would recommend especially if you have been on antibiotics, that's something that can really disrupt your gut health, and because it kills not only the bad bacteria but also the good bacteria. So if you have been on antibiotics or just have some sort of imbalance in your gut, then it would be very good to take a probiotic supplement. At least after you have been on the antibiotics. And if you're just generally healthy, then try to take one a few times a year. That's good to get a lot of good bacteria into the gut as well. but you can of course also just eat fermented foods and veggies and all that. Yeah.
So if you're on antibiotics supplemented with probiotic in foods, right, so that all the negative side effects or whatever for an antibiotic are just balanced, right, with the probiotic foods in your stomach.
Yeah, it can really disrupt the gut having been on antibiotics. So it's very important to repopulate the gut with some of the good bacteria. Yeah.
Okay. All right. What other things that you will add?
I would also say, like, in terms of not necessarily food, but stress management is also very important for the gut as well. If you look at the holistic treatment, because stress is also something that really damages your gut health. So, and of course your overall health as well. So really try to manage your stress level, and that can be through a daily meditation practice or walking outside in nature or breathing deep, something like that. That can really just relax your body and make you feel better in that way. Another thing would be exercising. That can really make your good gut bacteria go up in that way. Studies have shown that exercising promotes the population of the good bacteria. So that's also a very important thing as well, of course. I think that was the
okay.
one.
No, I think that's good. So we are talking about the correlation of your skin health with the gut health. That is the topic. And the thing is, I know a lot of women, specifically women, we try to put in a lot of, on our face, right? All kind of creams, and everyone's guilty of that. But the thing is that sure, we're not trying to get the cosmetic industry out of business here. That's not the intention. You do whatever, but try to put organic products on your face. But more importantly, cleansing your gut, right? If you have a clean gut, your skin is going to automatically glow. So that's what the main topic, and that's what the takeaway message is for today. And having a clean gut and a healthy gut is critical for all of your skin and all other things. So Camilla talked about, taking out the gluten, the dairy, the processed foods, and the sugar, and adding some kind of a stress management techniques and exercise, and adding probiotics, fermented foods. So these are the high framework, just the framework and the tools that you can do, on a daily basis. All right. Well, thank you so much, Camilla, for being with us. And thank you to all the viewers. And yes, let us know if there are any particular topic people would like to see. We are always here and talking about different topics. With that, I'd like to thank everyone and help us share these sessions. Thank you. Bye-bye.